People, get ready for Tammy Live, a celebration of life. Tammy Live seeks to inspire, motivate, and uplift. As a positive, happy, motivated, energetic person who highlights optimistic energy, get ready to laugh, get ready to dance, get ready to celebrate life with Tammy Live, starting right now.
Welcome to Tammy Live. Today, we are going to talk about a subject that you might want to sit down and listen to. We're going to talk about cheating, but we're going to talk about it from a woman's perspective. What do women think about cheating? I want to know. Would you believe I actually have a woman here with me who is going to talk about cheating, because cheating isn't something we all want to talk about. But we're going to ask her what's her view on cheating. Do you want to know? Don't touch that dial. Tammy Live. We'll be right back.
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to Tammy Live. My people in the studio are just like this because they want to know what we're about to talk about and what's going to come out of it. So let's just start off. Hello there, Catherine.
Hi, good evening, Tammy.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. Let me just put that out there.
Thanks.
And you are someone who is comfortable to talk about cheating, right?
I think so.
Okay. We talk a lot about cheating, and I think people are now getting very comfortable with the term cheating. But from your perspective, what is cheating?
I think cheating is a person who betrays another party's trust, where acceptable standards and rules are violated, and you just have this person operating on dishonesty, and it's not a good feeling.
I love the way you worded that, because you didn't go and say when people have sex with somebody else, which is what people think. And I think we've gotten so comfortable with it, we don't realize that it's a serious something. It's betrayal, it's dishonesty, and it causes a lot of hurt. Why do you think we've become so comfortable with the word cheating? Even though we know it's betrayal and dishonesty. Do you think people really think that deep?
I guess because it happens so often, and it's almost like the norm. You see probably your relatives doing it. As a child, you probably notice your parents doing it, or your uncles or your aunts, people in the community, in the neighborhood doing it. So it's like, okay, well, this is part of life.
Right.
Which we do tend to say that cheating is a part of life.
Right. Because I've heard women say that. Yeah. Their husbands have cheated on them, and they've gone to their mothers and say, I'm leaving him, and the mother will say, that happened to me with your father, exactly. So go right back on to him.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why do you think people cheat? From a woman's perspective.
Before I answer your question directly, I would say that each person have their individual reasons for cheating. Some people say they want variety. Some people say that their partner isn't treating them the way that they would like to. Some people say that that's how the world is. Some people use biblical reference, such as people as David and Solomon, who had many, many wives and concubines, and you know that these men were great men of the Bible. And people use that to say, well, these were men of God, and they had many, many wives and concubines. But to me, I think using that as justification for cheating is a bit twisted, because having more than one wife doesn't suggest a cheating behavior. However, to answer your question, I think that people cheat because of selfish reasons, and also because of a lack of spiritual growth and strength.
Okay. You're a deep woman. You are. I love that about you. Do you think that women cheat more than men or men cheat more than women? Because before it used to be men are going to cheat. Just like you're talking about David, Solomon, this is what I know. Or my father had a lot of women, so men cheat. But it wasn't the case that women would cheat. But now do you think the level we are equalized? What do you think? Does one cheat more than the other now?
I think men have a stronger tendency to cheat. You would have a man in let's say a long-standing relationship, and more than likely he may cheat several times on his partner. Flipping it now, looking at the woman in the same relationship, she may not cheat, but if she does, she may cheat once or twice. And it may be because that she's not happy about something in her relationship and she's looking for that thing that she needs to be happy with. She would go out of the relationship
seeking that love, more attention maybe.
Right. But once she gets what she is looking for from her partner, she will not. But men more than most times have different reasons, I think.
Okay.
For
doing it.
But I think more women cheat. To be more objective, I think more women cheat than it's been talked about.
I believe that too. I believe that too. Because there was a saying before that when women have sex, it's emotional for them. They can't turn it off and turn it on like men can. Right. And that to me used to be the talk. But I know women who can have sex with somebody else who's not their husband or not their boyfriend, come right back in a conversation and there's no nervousness, there's nothing. And I think it's because we don't care about it anymore. As you said, a lot of people are doing it. So now, hey, who cares? Mm-hmm. But I do think, but somebody said before that women are better cheaters. Do you believe that?
No.
You don't? Why?
Because it has become the norm for men. It's like easy. I think men are better cheaters.
Really? But how come we always find out when they do it? Yes, it's true. I always, if I, not that I'm a cheater, but if I were to be a cheater, I'm just thinking out loud here, because I might go where no man has gone before, but I think I could get away with it. Now I think after a while, my conscience will kick in, because my conscience is very strong, but I'm a planner, I'm attention to detail. Like someone will leave their information in pockets. They don't, rub off their phones and that kind of thing. Women, I think we're a little more detailed, no?
Mm-mm. I tend to disagree.
Really?
Because men, even if you see lipstick on the collar or you see certain messages, they have a reason. I was hugging my friend at work. So the woman, her gut feeling is telling her, yes, he cheated, Lipstick on the collar, that
doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the man usually find a way to give some by the way reason, and it's like, okay, I'm not really sure, I didn't see for myself, so I can't really say he's cheating. So that's why I say men are better cheaters. Now, if it's the other way around, and let's say the woman comes home with flowers, or she comes home much more perkier.
Like she just got some good stuff.
Right? And her husband or boyfriend or whoever her male partner is, and he confronts her, she may deny it maybe on the onset, but after a while I think the guilt sets in and then she owns up.
Okay.
She will spill the beans.
Okay.
But not the man. He wouldn't. It could be hitting him right in the face. He would.
Like that
he
video,
would
it
say,
wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. So that video has done a lot.
He would point blank. And I find men do that a lot.
So men are better liars then? Is that what we're saying? Yes, that's what we're saying. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about some other issues. Women, when you know your man is cheating, why do you take it? I don't know. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about it. Tammy Live, we'll be right back.
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to Tammy Live. I know that you are on the edge of your couch now because you want to hear what's coming up next, and so do I. We're going to turn back to Catherine, who I thank you for coming on because you are doing such a fantastic job. I'm learning from you too, so this is excellent. Now, we talked about the fact that cheating is a norm now. We tend to think of it, oh, it's not a big deal. Or your man is going to cheat. Because I've heard women say that. Get ready, he's going to cheat anyway. Why do women take it? We've seen movies when a man cheats and a woman goes crazy, mash up in car, do everything. But some women, it's true. Oh, he cheated and we get over it and we move on and we keep him anyway. Why do you think women do that?
The thought is that women outnumber men, and if a woman has a man, she would want to hang on to the man. So she may accept his cheating ways because to probably tell him, go about your business, and then she has to think of meeting somebody else. It's like starting all over again, going through the process.
Wow.
So I guess she would settle. Some women, I think, like the competition, the challenge for the main or the number one or the exclusive spot.
So that really exists?
Yes.
Wow, that is sad. I think that is very sad that people do that.
Yes. So they would accept the cheating man. And I think women on a whole tend to be more tolerant of the fact. Also for reason number one and number two. But I guess also is like a norm where it happens in society that men always cheat. You know, probably the young lady saw it from her father, or the other men in her life, her uncles, other people in the community and stuff like that. And so it's accepted.
It's just a norm.
I think a woman is more tolerant. I asked a married man about it, and he said even if he has cheated on his wife even before they were married and the wife knew or suspected, and maybe he has done it several times, he said to me that if his wife cheated on him only once, he's not going to forgive.
Really?
So I think that women tend to be more tolerable. I think it's expected that the woman is more tolerable or should be more tolerable of it. Whereas on the other hand, if it's the woman who cheats, it's like
she's a crazy woman.
You know, she gets all sorts of name being called. But if it's a man, well, you know, that's men. That's how men are.
Do you think it's something that it's of our own making?
Yes.
That men are going to cheat because they know they can come right back to you?
I think it is of our own making because of the examples that were set in the home, in the society. Society accept that men will cheat and women should be prim and proper. Even how we socialize our children, we keep the girls in,
right?
We let the boys go rampant. But if we are keeping our girls in, and we are letting the guys go out, who are they going out to?
Good
They're
point.
going out to girls,
Right.
other girls. So it's almost as if it's like a vicious cycle, because you may be keeping your girl in and sending your boy out to somebody else's girl, and then it eventually it's gonna come around to you.
Right.
It may not come to your girl. It may come to your granddaughter.
That's right.
You know, also. So I think it's something that society has created, and we allow it to happen, and we accept it.
Absolutely.
We brush it aside, and we
It's
don't.
no big deal.
Yeah.
What kills me, and I have to say this, is that when a young girl gets pregnant, people start looking at her and saying, oh my gosh, she's gonna get herself pregnant. And I always say to myself, okay, she didn't get herself pregnant by herself. We don't look down at the boy at all. And I think it's something that, you're right, it does start from children, how we allow them to socialize, and how we treat them as they grow up. But it really always kills me why women just take it. And when you spoke about the fact that they don't want to start over, so you'd rather keep a cheating man? Does anybody not think about venereal diseases and sexual transmitted diseases? I always wonder that.
Yeah.
Because AIDS hasn't gone away, people. I'm just saying. And there are more diseases out there.
Yes.
But people still cheat like it's no problem. And let's get real. I don't know about other men, but Caribbean men with this skin-to-skin business, right? Nobody wants to pick up a condom these days. Everybody just wants to, oh, I just want to be free and happy. But we've got diseases, right? So when we talk about cheating, and I know why I say to people that when I was talking about doing this show, got a lot of laughs. Oh yeah, cheating, yay! You know, but you started off very deep, and I'm grateful for that when you spoke about its betrayal, its dishonesty, and now I want to bring in the realness about diseases, and that I don't think people think about it. Do you still think that people think, not just young people, but older people, that it's not going to happen to me? I mean, you're going to get the venereal disease, but I'm not going to get it. Do you think men think that way, women think that way still?
I'm not sure, but I think it does cross one's mind ever so often. But people don't really dwell on the ramifications. They think about satisfying themselves, you know, for whatever satisfaction they're looking for, to please themselves. You know, it's all about the self.
It's all about me.
And so I think the self-satisfaction is greater than the consequences.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, you know, I'll just do it and
I'll
think about what happens tomorrow.
Oh my.
I'll try to weave my way out of it somehow.
That kills me, you know, that in this day and age people are still doing that. Do you believe in forgiveness if it were to happen to you? And you spoke about tolerance, because we women, we are just too tolerant. Do you believe your first instinct would be, oh, okay, it's okay, I forgive you? Are you that kind? Do you believe that we women should be?
That's a very direct question.
Generalize. Do you think women should forgive?
I don't mind answering directly.
Okay, let's get, this is what I love. Let's go. Tell me.
I will forgive, but I will not be a recurring decimal in forgiving for this same thing over and over and over again. I mean, there is a limit. It's like you cheat on me once, I forgive you. You cheat on me a second time, I forgive you. You cheat on me a third time, I forgive you. So where does it end?
Right.
And what value is my forgiveness if, well, oh, I could cheat on her anytime and she will forgive me. My forgiveness then doesn't have any value.
Good point.
You know?
Very good point.
So I will forgive to a limit.
Okay.
I will not be a recurring decimal. And to be honest with you, I won't forget. Because I mean, it has happened. And people want to feel good. And when you especially when it keeps happening over. You're
break
going to
that
remember,
trust.
okay, the first time this is how I felt, the second time this is how I felt, the third time this is how I felt. So in all honesty, you don't expect that the person will forget.
Because every time he does it, he's chipping away at you as a person.
Yes.
He's chipping away at your happiness. And I think that's what women need to focus on, and men need to focus on too, because I don't think men should be cheated on and just take it either.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways.
Right.
But you know, you see sometimes, you made the point about people chipping away at you, and then some people do not want to own up to that. They was like, okay, well, it's either you accept it or you move on, and they don't want to accept that that behavior had an adverse effect on you, on the person that it happened to. Yeah.
We are out of time, but I wanted to ask this question before you left. Do you believe it can just happen? You know, people say, oh my goodness, it just happened. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. All of a sudden I was naked and we were having sex, and I didn't understand. People say that, you know, and women take it as though I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. Do you believe it can just happen?
No.
You have to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
I think by the time you're going to do it on the dance floor itself, right? You're going to find a place to do it. You're smelling the person, you're taking off the clothes, and nothing in you says stop. I've always wondered what other people think. Maybe it's just me, because you know.
Well, I mean, for it to happen, there has to be some kind of chemistry, some kind of
something going on.
You know, some mutual likeness. You know,
For it to actually happen.
for it to actually happen. I think so.
I thank you for your candor. Catherine, you've been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for having me.
Of course. Wow, it's just so much to take in. Tammy Live will be right back.
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to Tammy's Highlights. Who is in Tammy's Highlights this week? Skelton Group of Companies. Founded by Mr. Ellis A. Skelton in 1954, Skelton Group of Companies has been serving the Virgin Islands for almost 60 years. Want to learn more about Skelton Group of Companies? Follow me. Ouch! Welcome to Skelton Group of Companies. Skelton Quarry Limited was the catalyst for the Skelton Group of Companies, which again has served the Virgin Islands for almost 60 years. These family-owned businesses also consists of Skelton Development Limited, which was launched in 1984, Skelton Baylot Limited, which was established in 1992, and Skelton Concrete Products 2010 Limited. Now, the Skelton Group of Companies, they offer a wide array of services. They cater to all the construction and business needs. Now, we're talking from construction to commercial spaces, providing ready-mix concrete, gravel, armor, riprap, fine materials, and warehouse office space rentals. You can contact them on 494-6023 today, and they'll be more than happy to serve you with knowledgeable and professional staff. Make sure you check in with Ghana Skelton Smith, who is beautiful, knowledgeable, vibrant, and ready to serve you. Tammy's Highlights, Skelton Group of Companies. Remember, they've been serving the Virgin Islands for almost 60 years. Skelton Group of Companies, generations of a family, proudly providing quality services for a better Virgin Islands. Ouch! Ouch! It's now time for Tammy's Bucket of Happiness, proudly sponsored by Skelton Group of Companies. What's in Tammy's Bucket this week? I want you to remember when you were a child, when you were a kid, when your only focus was, when do I get to play? What time is recess? When do I get to goof off? Something happens when we become adults and everything gets so serious. Some of us are on the jobs like this every day, stiff as a board. Now, I'm not saying that when we become adults, you have more responsibilities. I acknowledge that.
But did you know that goofing off and just laying back and relaxing yourself and just having a good time is good for you? Yes, it is. It helps you stay younger, it reduces the wrinkles, and it gives you a better quality of life. So here on Tammy Live, we are encouraging you to goof off, people. Life's too short to be serious all the time. Let loose, relax yourself, get it together, people. Have some fun. Ouch!
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to Tammy Live. I know you've learned a lot. My guest today, beautiful woman who had a lot to say about cheating. She was deep, and I admire that. When we speak about cheating, some of us laugh. Some of us think it's the norm and we accept it. But the truth is, cheating is betrayal. Cheating is distrust. Cheating hurts. And we need, as a society, to build a different future for our young people and for ourselves. We need to start not accepting foolishness. Women, there needs to be a limit on how many times you're going to forgive a man for cheating on you. And I keep saying, you can be happy alone. There are some people who feel like, I just have to take this man cheating on me because I don't want to be alone. You're going to be with him and be miserable? I never get that. My guest said today, and this is one of the things that's rolling through my mind right now, that when I asked her about the fact that, do you believe it just happens? And she said, no, there has to be some kind of chemistry. There has to be something going on. I know a man would see, and I've heard men see, I don't have to have any chemistry at all. I see a sweet thing and everything just start working and I'm just boom. You know that. I can hear men laughing right now. But I want us to focus, people, on the fact that cheating is a serious something. It's something that we as a society, we've let it slide down, and we have to be very careful about the messages we're sending to our young people. Diseases are still out there, and yes, you too can get them. You too can acquire them. And we need to be able to be more prudent, and we need to be able to be more responsible of how we treat ourselves and each other. Here is to life and the living of it. Tammy Live, just be happy.
Tammy Live is proudly sponsored by Skelton Group of Companies, Umi Fashions, Premier Dental, Norman Allen Photography, DigiLifestyles.com, and JTVLive.net. For more information on Tammy Live, join me on Facebook.com/Tammy Live.
Wardrobe provided by Umi Fashions.